Dave made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 285. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, boy, Shrizzy, welcome back, Slack fam. What's good?
What's good? What it do? Another week in sports and a bittersweet show because we're officially wrapping up the 2024-25 season of the NFL. But we've got a lot to look forward to this summer, and we're going to continue to bring you what you need to know each and every week. So, as always, we thank you for rocking with us. We see some slackers in the building already. We got aunt, pops, and moms. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Don't forget to keep dropping those comments, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. Strizzy, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? It should be a simple week for me. Like, I don't have a lot going on, you know what I'm saying, with the 9 to 5. So I'm trying to get some content out. Just dropped a new video for the anime YouTube channel today, this morning. So hopefully it's going to be a solid week. So far, so good, man. How about you?
Same, man. I'm doing good. Time is just flying by. I can't believe February is coming fast with Valentine's Days and some other stuff going on later this month. So it's already going by fast. But no, I feel you, man. I did see the video pop up. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Top 5 anime sidekicks, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I'm excited to check that out. So y'all make sure you check out Strizzy's new content as well. And I hope to be right behind you, man, and get some videos out myself too. So
Yes, yeah, man.
that's what's up. We've got Anthony Weston in the building. We appreciate you. We definitely want to hear your thoughts. Brutal, man. That was a rough one. And I think we'll just go ahead and jump right into NFL talk. And let's talk about the Super Bowl. Thoughts on the game. And let's start with the game. Any surprises, and then we'll talk about the commercials and the halftime show later. But for now, what were your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
You know what's funny, man? Like, and don't get me wrong. Obviously, when you have the best quarterback in the league and best coach in the league, like you're always put into a position to be successful, to win. Obviously, they were in a position to three-peat. You know what I'm saying?
Which is like no one's ever even gotten that far.
Exactly, dog. So but the way they looked against the Eagles this past Sunday is how I imagine the Kansas City Chiefs should look on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like I just because and I'm sorry, Ant, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that's your team, dog, but like that's kind of how I see the Chiefs on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like from an offensive standpoint, it's hard to believe. It's like they lost one game this year, like one real game, because the second game don't really count. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, you know what I mean? From an offensive standpoint, so it just goes to prove just how good Pat is and how great of a coach Andy Reid is, as well as a defensive coordinator that Spags is, right? But like when you really look at it, you look at these two teams and like you put them together, that's kind of how it should have gone down, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like the Eagles are a juggernaut. Like that offensive line is enough to give any defense a hard time. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the biggest problems the Chiefs had was I think they put everything into stopping Saquon. Like that was their goal. Their goal was if we stop Saquon, we got it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not.
And right, because they did that. They stopped him, but
yeah, exactly. But then like Jalen Hurts had the game of his career. He played kind of lights out. Every single time he saw a Chiefs defensive player turn his back on him, he dipped. Whether or not he needed to run with it, open receiver, not open receiver, he just took off. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to your Georgia boys, man. Like that pass rush is something. It's something lethal, man. They got to keep these guys together for a while. You know what I'm saying? They got to figure out how to do that. I know it's going to be tough, but if they want to be successful, maybe have some of the same success that the Chiefs have had these last couple of years, they got to figure out how to keep some of those guys together the same way the Chiefs have done. You know what I'm saying? So. It's tricky too because like it's hard to stay that hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like to repeat is difficult. To three-peat, you could say is impossible so far because it's never been done, right? But
Right.
hats off to them still. Like just to get back there for a third time in a row is so incredibly difficult. So um, I don't know. If it's, drawing board. Obviously, they're probably gonna look into the offensive line this offseason. I think that's probably their primary focus, or at least should be. Um, but they'll be back. You know what I'm saying? It's the Chiefs. You know they're gonna be back.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. I feel it. Um, some of the comments coming in. I wanted to welcome Kelly and happy
Okay.
Tuesday. Um, Anthony Weston said, "Yeah, blocking did us in again. Patrick got back to happy feet." Onk says, "Chiefs were not ready for the game at all. Disappointing. Um, hate the Eagles, but Eagles D line was unstoppable. I mean, they were all over him. They were swarming him." And Mom said Eagles defense showed up and Hurts stayed calm. They looked good, and they did. I mean, even when the running game wasn't working for them, they weren't tripping. They still just kept running to keep the Chiefs honest and to keep them close, and then they're just throwing bombs over the top. So it worked out, but especially the field position game. Pops and I were watching the game, and like when they were down 10-0, the Chiefs like just kept trying to be a little bit too desperate. It was like third and 17. And I remember I was telling Pops, I'm like, don't get too desperate too early. Like you're good. And then that's when he threw the pick six and made it 17-0. Then another pick that I think they had on like the 10 or the 12.
Yeah, it was super in the red zone basically.
Yeah.
And then it was real quick.
And yeah, when you spot teams like that kind of field position and that kind of points, and they were already on them, so it was just it was just a bad showing, though, definitely for the Chiefs. I do want to welcome in the third member of our panel right quick and get his thoughts. We got our brother, Matt Marcus. Marcus, what's good?
What up, dog?
What up, peoples? How y'all doing, man?
Doing good, you know what I'm saying? So I was wondering, what's your thoughts on the Super Bowl? Were you surprised it was that bad?
Yeah, I was shocked. But like I said a couple weeks ago, it's a lose-lose for us, because if the Chiefs win, they get the three-peat. Never happened before. Then the Eagles win, they in our division, they win the Super Bowl. So, but I took it kind of different. I looked at things a little different than everybody else. I thought Patrick Mahomes was gonna make a comeback. That's why I watched the game. I'm like, yeah, it's too early. I said they don't come out second half. He gonna do it. And the reason why I thought he was gonna do it, that's gonna put him over Tom Brady. Even though he wouldn't have more right now, but doing that early to come back like that, I thought he was gonna solidify he was the best quarterback ever. And he didn't do that. So I think Tom is safe as the best quarterback ever because I don't think he's gonna get. I think he had to win this one to get a little closer to Tom. I think Tom is. He's by himself now because it showed. I know people say he cheated and all that kind of stuff, but it just shows he's the best quarterback ever. The way he did it. I watched that game again, the Super Bowl. They came back against the Falcons, and he did it like in one quarter really because the third quarter like 2:19, and he did that. That's incredible. I thought it was like the start of the beginning of the second half. But I didn't realize how much he didn't have that much time and how he did that and how quick they did that. And I just feel like the way he did that game and then the way he went to Tampa Bay and won the Super Bowl, I think he's by himself. I don't think anything Mahomes can do. I don't think he can do something like that to go to another team and win like that the first year you're there. It just too many things happen for Tom Brady. I know you got a lot of Tom Brady haters, but if you look at the guy's work, he's just the best ever. I don't think, like I said, Patrick Mahomes is great. He's the best quarterback right now in the league, but I don't think he's going to be on Tom Brady level. I think it's over with. And I'm going to be honest with you. I could be pushing a little bit, but I think Patrick Mahomes going to get one more Super Bowl. I think he's done after this last one. Because how the team goes, I don't think they don't get much better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Running back wise, and you got to do too much to make it better. The receivers, I think Worthy is the only one that's going to be B-Hop. I mean, D-Hop is pretty much done. You got Hollywood Brown. He was not really a factor. Kelsey's getting older. and you got Kareem Hunt. He's, you know what I'm saying, not that guy. So me as a team, I'm saying it's too much, and the offensive line by itself, he got to get a whole new offensive line. So to me, not saying him, he can't do it, but it's a team organization. It's gonna take too much to get him going back. I think Tyreek Hill, having him on the field this game would have showed a lot. I think it would have helped him a lot because he needs somebody who will make a spark real quick, and he didn't have that. Word is fast, but he's not experienced. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he's gonna do too much to get another Super Bowl.
How we say? Too. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Kind of garbage time. I feel like the Eagles kind of wanted the ball back to just end the game. You know what I'm saying? So not that the plays were phenomenal because like he's a sophomore, he's young, but I agree with you. Like those points, garbage time points anyway.
Yeah, and then the Eagles, they did what the Lions didn't do. They run the ball. They wasn't trying to keep throwing the ball. They waste their time out. You know what I'm saying? They were getting things going. Jalen Hurts was running the ball, so they were doing things smart. But like I said, I think that's a Chiefs fan. I know Anthony might not like this, but I just feel like it's gonna be too much to get them back. I think people not gonna next year coming in. People not gonna fear him no more. Because I'm saying all you gotta do is put some pressure on him, and you not. But to me, you gotta do too much to get Pat back there. But like I said, I give him one more, maybe some kind of way he get another one. But I don't see him getting 7 rings or 6 rings. I think he gonna get probably 4. And he's done. I just think this was the time for them to kind of get it going, but just not going to do it. I think they kind of figure out, like you said, he said, happy feet. You put some pressure on. He's not a great quarterback, and I thought Andy Reid would have another plan. You know, you see how they're rushing them. Would you do something like little dump offs, little thing that keep them guys from coming upfield so much? But they never adjusted. It was just kind of weird how they never got things going. And I don't know what happened with that, but I don't know. Maybe their game plan got ruined because they couldn't block. They wasn't blitzing. They were just come out the line, you know. So so it was like they were just beating at the O line up a little bit, but overall, I think it was cool to see Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an Eagle fan. I don't like the Eagles, but his story and how he did it and got back there and win, it was a good way to see that part. That's the only good thing I like about the Eagles that did that. But other than that, I wish they wouldn't have won. But him and Saquon, I was happy to see those guys get it, and I like to see the Giants. At least somebody. It was sad too. The Giants, they look stupid right now. They did with that, right. So yeah. But other than that, it was a cool little thing.
Yeah, I saw something. I saw a nice little stat that kind of reminded me. Just I know Pops hates Brady, but reminded me how great he was. They said out of the in the 10 Super Bowls that Tom went to, or whatever it was, he was 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, and
crazy man.
Pat already has 7 interceptions in the 5 that he's been to, with 7 touchdowns. So he's only a third way there and halfway of the Super Bowl runs there. So I'm like, kind of with Marcus. I think catching Tom might be out of reach in terms of that greatest quarterback of all time. But yeah, I saw one of Ant's things in there that drop that Hopkins had. Oh, that might be one of the worst drops I've ever seen from a receiver. He was wide open. No one was about to hit him. Like he just dropped.
But did you hear the commentary say he threw it behind him? It was a good pass. He just dropped the ball. I was wondering he said he threw it behind. Like, what are you talking about? He just
you gotta catch that. Yeah.
Bro,
and the way he fell too, he felt like an old man. He was just like, oh.
Bro, there wasn't even any heat on that ball. He dropped it. He was so open. He was like, "Here, it's for you." You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he thought somebody was on his back or what.
Yeah.
That morale too.
But you're right though. He was he wanted to hand it to him. He was kind of real careful, just catch this, please. And it was I think. I could think of maybe Hop wanted a little more to it. Maybe he was expecting a little more to it, and it was so gentle he couldn't get it. I guess maybe I don't know, but you could tell Patrick please catch this ball. Come on, please.
Yeah.
Bro, I seen some Chiefs defensive players when he dropped it. They dropped off the bench to their knees. They were so no way he just dropped that pass.
Yeah, that McDuffie penalty too. Anthony said that was a big penalty. That was huge. I was like, and the coach was like, "What are you freaking doing? What is going on?" I think it was 3rd and 16 or something like that, or 3rd and 20. I think that play, and it was they were getting the ball back. They could have got some momentum going, but that killed them. I was like, man, they can't get nothing going.
like I said earlier too, like it's hard to like it's like you expect to be there because you're that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like to keep that same drive to win another one after you just won another one, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not an easy feat to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I do give them a little grace in that like that's so hard to do. So because the Eagles were way hungrier. The last time they were
Yeah.
there, it's the same team that beat them. So
Right.
they came two times hungrier than the Chiefs were, two times at least. So like, I think even that too was just working against them. It's like you got this team who's already going to give you everything they got because you're the defending champions, and y'all beat them last year. They're not trying to see red and white confetti again. They want to see like green and white confetti this time around. So I think there was a lot kind of
Yeah.
working this year. Age, I still think offensively wise, without having Rasheed Rice and Worthy only being a sophomore, I still think I talk about all the time. This is Marquise Brown's third team for a reason. He's led the league in drops, I think, twice in his career with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Like Hopkins is getting old. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have that guy anymore. And Kelsey, he had two solid games all season, and one of those is in the game in the playoffs in the second round of the bye. So like even Kelsey, he's getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm kind of with Marcus in the sense of like it's going to be difficult for them to get their team back to
Where they were at.
where they were at. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some pieces that they're missing.
And I agree with Anthony when he said this, like that this is probably the worst of the Super Bowl
Agreed.
teams. Like they're going
Agreed.
for their three-peat, but it was like they got progressively like worse as they went. And that's why even the record this year was so surprising to me that they only ended up dropping 2 games and played all those close games. But with all that luck that they have had, everything was out the window on Sunday, and like they were pressing. And Marcus, to your earlier point, like what was most surprising to me too was that they didn't have a backup plan and that Andy Reid didn't adjust. I think maybe in their mind they thought it's okay, we'll come back, we'll find a way, and just kept
They always
the same
do.
thing.
They always
Right.
do. Yeah.
And this time it just didn't work. So
And I think those two interceptions hurt him too because he don't do that, especially a pick six. They don't happen.
he got a little desperate, I think, to make something happen. Like just assuming, like, okay, I got this.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie either. I feel like they did a great job on Saquon. I think we all thought we knew they was gonna come and try because he's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
They did a good job on Saquon, but you were expecting Hurst to do what he did though. I was. What he did, he was running the ball out of the pocket. He throw it, and once you kind of have that, so many people up on the line, they play action to number 6. I forget his name that quick.
Smith.
Huh? Yeah, Devontae. You wasn't expecting that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, God dang, we can't. Every time we get something going, they do something else, and just like I said, you stop Saquon to what he had 55 yards, maybe 60 yards.
Yeah, you can't ask for nothing better.
He also had six catches though too, so he did a lot in the receiving end too.
But that's what I'm saying. But he all playoffs he didn't do any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you start from running the ball. He didn't no breakout passes. We did that, but you wouldn't expect him to do the other stuff. It was like the defense was like, man, we did our job, man. But the offense, we ain't doing what y'all supposed to do. So it was like, dang. But like I said, even though D Hop is old, you got Hollywood, but all the playoffs they was playing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They did pretty good, but it just I don't know. I don't know if that 2 weeks off was kind of hurt them, and it helped the Eagles. They was fresh out there. You know what I'm saying? They were like the beginning of the season or something. But I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, I love what Hurts is doing though. Once the deep pass to Smith. When he had all that time, I knew it was coming. I was like, touchdown Smith. I was with the Breeze family.
I hope not.
Before he threw it, I was like, touchdown Smith, and sure enough, it went to him and he got it. And they were like, how'd you know? I was like, you could just tell someplace. Like when you
I respect them going for the kill. Yeah,
you give your quarterback that much time, something good for them is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, I don't know. It was he was so smart. He was so calm. He was so collected. You know what I mean? And I feel like I said, every single time one of those linebackers turned his back on Hurts, he just took off. It was like, oh, you're not going to spy me? He was gone every single time. And it was perfect. He didn't get hit. You know what I mean? He didn't take any bad hits. And he just got to take advantage of it. They were like, Saquon not going to beat us. That was their goal. Like, Saquon not going to beat us. And it worked. But everything else did.
Yeah, everything else did. Special teams, too. I'm going to call my guy, Beecham, because I want to ask him, when you offensive lineman, that guy's beating you up like that. But as a man, do you kind of like, all right, you ain't gonna keep doing this? He like they could not stop him. Like I don't understand what happened. Like I don't know, man. Just like they was getting beat up the whole time. And Sweat, I seen Sweat do this so many times. He had so much sweat getting off of it. I'm like, it was like, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, but especially when the defensive line, that's what they want to do. And the offensive line is on their heels the whole time. They didn't get to run block. They didn't get to establish themselves at all. So the whole game they were backing up. The whole game they knew they were passing, and they were just like, we're after it. Like they were coming from every angle for them.
Yeah.
I know what the main reason.
Advantage. My bad, Marcus, go ahead.
Yeah.
The main reason.
No. You go ahead. I was going to say something crazy. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, and then the injuries to the Chiefs line and the different movements they had too. I think the Eagles were like, "Oh, we want to take full blown advantage of that." They were taking full blown advantage, and they did. They were like, "Let's take advantage of these young dudes and these guys in misguided places," and just went to town on them.
Yeah. Marcus, say what you were gonna say. Crazy.
No, I was gonna say you got seen on Instagram. That one lady is in the stands. She had that doll, that little witchcraft doll. She was poking at Patrick Mahomes. Did you see that?
Oh no!
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was.
No
I'm not saying to y'all, but she had like a little witchcraft thing, and she was like poking the mess out of Patrick Mahomes. Like, what are they doing, dog? It was kind of crazy, man. So I don't know, but Anthony had a little point. Anthony had a point right there. I don't know. He said I don't know, and the voodoo doll. That's right, it's voodoo. Yeah.
We'll be back. Trust me, we lost the Bucks and Bengals. Only 9 players from the first Super Bowl team on this team he rebuilt. And I definitely think that they'll be around, but I do think it might not be the same. Like, this was a great opportunity, obviously. And as we know, it's really hard to consistently be in the Super Bowl and win Super Bowls. Like, that's why it doesn't happen. But they already did great. They won 3 in 4 years. They went, 5 times now?
And lost 2. Yeah.
So they won 3 in 4 years and went 5 times in 6 years or 7 years. Like that's you can't ask for much more, you know. So
but I definitely give him. Yeah, I definitely give him one more. I just don't feel. I think I can say as the NFL goes, I think they were kind of fearful. If they would have won this one, it's that fear, like, man, we can't beat these dudes, man. I don't know what we do, but I think they seen like, okay, these guys are they normal. We can do it. We can do what we gotta do. And just watch the AFC. Watch the D lines. They gonna start doing. Just watch the division. They gonna start build these guys. I'm telling you now. What's the guy from the Browns? Garrett. What's the dude that rushed to the pass? I'm telling you, he's out. He's out of there. He's out of there. Somebody gonna pay him. You see what? Yeah, it's done. So I just feel like those guys gonna do that, and they gonna do what they have to do, put that rush on them, because I think it works, you know. So I just feel like they gonna do that. But Patrick Mahomes will always still be a great. That's it right there, dog. Crazy, man. Yeah, that's too much, man. It must have worked. It must have worked.
You did something. That's crazy.
Stephanie Watson said this will be our year. All Cowboys fans -1. For sure. And speaking of that,
-1. And hey, I want to set the record straight too. I didn't say I was never coming back to the Cowboys. I just said the way things are going, I can't be a part of that right now. That's how it is. It's still my team. I can't keep doing it. And hey, if this a year they win the Super Bowl, hey, congratulations. I'm saying, I'm gonna be honest. It's on record right now. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's my team. Let's go Cowboys. I'm not gonna do that. I'd say I'm taking a break, but I don't have anything to worry about though. So I'm not worried about it. So
your spot's still gonna be here though.
When Jerry do the right thing, like I said, when Jerry do the right thing, then we coming back. But he ain't doing the right thing, man. He going back and get another Justin Garrett. I can't do it, man. Can't do it.
Yeah, for sure. That is the other big news too, and we'll talk more about the draft in the offseason and some other things like that. But the other big news, the Saints officially making Kellen Moore their new head coach, which we figured that was the case, and they were kind of just waiting for the Super Bowl to be over, and that's why they hadn't made a move. What do y'all think, Strizzy, starting with you? Like, what do you think of Kellen Moore going there? You think he'll be all right? Because it's not the best roster, but
I think it's a solid spot for him to get his first head coaching job. You know what I mean? As a Panther fan, I really hope we do what we can to lock up our run defense because like I think he's a really good a coach at running the football. So as bad as we were at defending the run, like I'm not looking forward to what they're going to do to us on the ground, 2 times a year. But I think it's solid. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he can do. I think it's a decent team. I think their biggest problem is kind of financial right now. You know what I mean? Like they can't really do much in a free agency, in my opinion. So it's going to be a tough one. So let's see if he's one and done, or if we can actually make something happen with this team.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will be interesting. I know the offense will be good, but I don't know if he's going to be like a commanding type of coach. But if he gets some veteran coaches around him, I think that they could be all right. But we'll see. Yeah, 50, that's the problem.
That's the problem right there,
Yeah. Except Marcus has been sticking to his better self when dealing with the Cowboys. For sure, he's smart. He's using his head. Worthy was only going to show up on Sunday, yeah, for sure, for the Chiefs. And that's the other thing, too. Even though it's 40-22, and I know Anthony Weston, you would probably agree, even though you are a Chiefs fan, even those little garbage time points don't make it respectable. Even the 40-22 is bad, but that doesn't even represent how bad that was.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking it was 34-0.
We had a point, yep.
Patrick definitely sore the next day. That's the worst sore to get. You be sore and you lost Super Bowl like that. That's the worst feeling, man.
Exactly.
But that's one thing he did. He did. Yeah, he did go out there. I ain't gonna lie. He gave it his all. He didn't give up, man. So he was doing all he could do. He was just like, these guys ain't helping me, man. So it just, I don't know, man.
One mixtape, I was like, how is bro still getting around some of these dudes, bro? He was like one-handed over, dude. I was like, okay. I was like, I see you. All right, Patrick, go ahead. Send juke some of these dudes out. He was running for his life.
He's gonna be like, they're gonna see it wasn't my lack of effort.
I just feel like Andy Reid was definitely he was selfish. I think he felt like it's gonna pull through. You know what I'm saying? Not selfish in a bad way. I think he felt like it was gonna get to the point they'll break through. We're gonna get a big play. We'll get back in and stay who we are. I mean, they make no adjustments. I think they got to the point where it was too late. And no matter if they did make adjustments, I think he's seeing they're not blitzing us. We just getting beat up. I can't do nothing different if they're not gonna hold up, And I think he's seen that for himself. He's like, ain't nothing we can do about this. And it's the first time I'm seeing something like this too. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the first time being down 34-6. I don't think Patrick Mahomes ever been down like that. So it's a new thing that happened to them, So
that's an ant question. I can't recall any game where they was getting beat like that.
Yeah, they sent they put the referees for the game.
Some check bounced. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they ain't put their suitcase in the locker or something. I don't know.
Ux says, was Aaron Rodgers released by the Jets? No, there's speculation that he will be released by the Jets, but for now, I think they just told him don't go on any media appearances because he's been going on Pat McAfee's show and saying too much. So, but he's not been officially released by the Jets yet. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Back to your thing about Kellen Moore, though. And to Kellen Moore, even though they say 51 million down, I don't think he takes that job while getting a decent quarterback. I know Derek Carr is there. You think I just feel like I don't think he's gonna be there. I think Kellen Moore knows something. Even though, like I said, that 51 whatever, I just feel like he's not going to just that team to go take over a team. I think he knows something, and I think what's my I can't remember nobody's name today, but my guy number 41. I think he's gonna have one of the best years. I think he's gonna do his thing this year too. So, because I think his style of play is perfect for him.
Oh yeah, look what he did for not Zeke.
Yeah, from Tony Pollard.
Yeah, Tony Pollard. They're kind of the same style of running backs. They're swifty, so they can catch the ball, things of that nature. So what he did for Tony Pollard for those last 2 years, I think he definitely does for what's his face down in Louisiana. So.
Yeah. Anthony West says Spencer Rattler. I know Anthony's joking, but Spencer Rattler's not terrible. But
man, he is terrible. Don't do that. Don't say he's not terrible. He is terrible, man.
I've been rooting for him.
From Minnesota. Go get the rookie.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be available.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Go
says
get.
who will be the first-
I know you're gonna laugh at this. Go get Daniel Jones, dog. I still feel like Daniel Jones is a good quarterback if he got good receivers.
He could do something.
I just feel like he
could
had
do
a chance.
Especially for the cheap.
At the minimum, too, it would be a good
like a bridge
like
or like a,
rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to compete for that. A good competition, what I'm trying to say, between the two. Like one of y'all not the starter. One of y'all got to come out and get this. Like you know what I'm saying? So I think that wouldn't be bad either.
Did Derek Carr get hurt last year? Is that why Spencer Rattler was playing, or he got benched?
He did.
Nah,
He got hurt. Okay.
He was nonstop hurt all year.
We'll see. Alex says, who's the first pick in the upcoming draft? Well, the Titans have the pick. It's probably going to be Travis Hunter. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll have a lot of time to talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like he's not gonna be the first pick though.
I know, but we said that too about him being the Heisman. It sounds like so.
You're right.
I don't know why.
You're right. You're right. I said that.
Is like
Yeah.
Who's your number one pick?
the Titans.
Cam Ward, man. I
They
think
could
Cam
go
Ward gonna be the
quarterback
first
too.
pick.
Yeah.
I see them going quarterback. Honestly, I think he falls to the Jaguars.
Oh, he could. They would grab him.
I think
He gonna hate that.
Jaguars.
Yeah. We'll see. Anthony West says, how is Xavier Worthy the first Texas Longhorn player to score in a Super Bowl? Is that true? That's crazy.
Is that true? Yeah, Vince Young never went to the Super Bowl. Ricky Williams never went to the Super Bowl. Did Earl Campbell go? He never went to the Super Bowl either.
He should have, but I guess not.
I don't think Anthony would put that up there if he didn't know that. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah,
True, yeah. He knows all the good stats.
The question
That's
was,
don't put that question mark on there. Don't put that question mark up there. You put that question.
I know he's
mark
not
like
the
that,
first
so.
Georgia player. That's why I wanted the Cowboys to get some Georgia players, because every year Georgia players are in the Super Bowl balling out for other teams, like every single year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's switch up to basketball. I did want to talk about Luka making his debut last night for the Lakers, which is super dope. It still didn't even feel real seeing him out there though, but I just love it. And the Staples Center crowd especially was like so hyped every time he touched the ball, every time he did anything. It was just like a brand new level of excitement. And I think LeBron kind of being there to like kind of like show Luka and try to be like a mentor, because I think LeBron understands his place where he's at right now. And he's like fully ready to let Luka kind of do his thing and hoping that he can take the load off of him. But we'll see how it works out. But I think it's gonna be dope. Even though they didn't get their big man, they had traded for him, and then he failed his physical, so it didn't go through. Today they signed Alex Lynn, so they have somebody back there, but not too impressed by that. But I think they should be able to.
So the guy he can't get it together to come back. Is it like off the books?
Yeah, he didn't pass his physical, so the trade was rescinded. So they were originally going to send Dalton Knecht and Cam Reddish for and some pieces for Mark Williams, but now they're getting Knecht and Reddish back and their picks.
Really?
I don't like how Knecht handled it to an extent.
Yeah,
I get it. Like you're in your feelings a little bit, but like, bro, Luka just got traded. You're a rookie. You ain't safe.
Right.
Like he's like super in his feelings. Like doesn't want to play right now, and JJ told him he's gonna give him some time to kind of like let him work his feelings out.
Man, I will send him to the G League.
You feel me?
Get your attitude together.
That's how I feel personally. I'm just like, bro, you're a rookie, dog. You're averaging 9 points.
Get your attitude together. Go to G League and bring Barney back. You go sound that a little bit. Get your attitude together.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're nice. You're gonna be good, but I just feel like
I didn't hear about that. That's crazy.
So last night he was out for basically they said for like personal reasons because he was back with the team, but I guess he wasn't ready to play. And I agree with y'all though. It's like you said, if you just saw that Luka got traded, AD got traded, you're a rookie. Like you should see that anybody is on the table to get traded. And to me too, you should be happy you're back with the Lakers.
I'm about to say, but see, they use value too, though. See that part of it. You was valued,
you were worth that much, so that means that you're doing good. Like you're doing all the right things. Like I don't know, it's so funny though.
So he didn't play a game with the Hornets. I thought he played one game with them. He didn't play.
No, so he was actually there, and he walked in and he sat on the bench for one game. But he was like, he came in.
Oh, he was on
tunnel,
the
he was,
bench.
like, on the
Okay,
yeah, which I
I
thought
know I seen
that would have been
something.
crazy. That would have been crazy if he'd actually played with them. But I guess he was already with them and enjoying them. But since the trade was not official yet, he wasn't able to play yet. And
Oh, okay,
luckily
okay.
he didn't or whatever. And then so now he's back with the Lakers. But yeah, I did see this though. Pops mentioned they're appealing the league to challenge the Lakers regarding the physical results because apparently they're like saying Charlotte saying he should have passed a physical, but I don't get. I've never seen that happen like that. Like anytime it's been a failed physical, like they've never contested it. So if the Lakers didn't like what they saw, I guess they have that right. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
crazy, but
I'm curious about it too.
yeah, we'll see. And Ugg said Embiid should have been sent to Charlotte. Durant should have gone to Minnesota. That was the other thing is apparently there was talks about Durant possibly going, and then at the last minute he told Golden State he had no interest in a reunion. That's when they switched up to going after Butler. But I think it was really the fact that he was saying he had no interest in a reunion if Draymond was still going to be on the team. I think that was what it was really going to be. He's like, I'll go back and play with Steph, but not him.
Well, the funny thing about the trade was, so the trade, they actually took Jimmy from us because they were gonna, and then they were gonna right away try to send Jimmy to Phoenix for KD, but KD basically said, "I have no," yeah, like you said, he was like, "I have no interest in playing for that organization again." He said he didn't want to team back up with Steph. I think it has way more to do with Draymond, obviously, but if Draymond don't be there, he don't want to be there either. So like, it's kind of crazy. I'm happy Jimmy's hooping though because he kind of has to because they were like as soon as they got him, they put him back in trade talk for Phoenix. Like we got him.
That's crazy.
Now let's get him back to y'all because that's where he wants to be. But they played well. They played well.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it changes the needle too much for them,
You don't.
but yeah, but I still think it's a try to stay relevant and have something more, and we'll see how it works out. But I don't know. I feel like the
It's
trade
tricky.
deadline though. Oh, but
Oh no, I was just saying it's tricky. Their best bet for me right now is to try to if Memphis stays at 2, their best bet is to try to get 7. You know what I'm saying? Like Golden State. I think that's their best bet because they don't want to see like obviously they don't want to see OKC first. They don't want to see they ain't trying to see the Nuggets in the first round. I think their best bet is
right.
probably Memphis. And even Memphis is still a really good team when they're healthy. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, most definitely. The other big piece that was moved, AD already hurt. He was going off in the first 3 quarters of his debut, but I feel like he was
No,
balling too hard, and then
no.
went down with a non-contact injury. He's probably going to be out for a couple weeks, but man, he was going in, he was going hard. But yeah, I agree with Anthony Weston saying he was not fully healthy when they put him in. I think he wanted to show out. I think the trade motivated him to go a little too hard, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's part of the reality of like weighing out his talent. Like we've always talked about, like when he's healthy, he's great, but how long is he going to be healthy? So
I
That's
feel
why
bad for Mavericks fans. They are so pissed right now.
Oh yeah.
the roller coaster of losing Luka, they were protesting it. Then you see this guy coming balling out. He's all, I'm here. And then he went down with the injury. It's like, oh, man.
Well,
It's tough. I do wish him the best.
what kind of pisses me off too is like the GM from the Mavs kind of talking all that shit about Luca, but then like you see like Luca coming out of the tunnel from games like in the finals just last year. He's got like wrapped up ice pack on his back. He's got stuff on both of his knees, bleeding out his knees. Like this man gave y'all everything. I just don't understand where he's coming from. Just like bad mouthing him so much. It's like, dog. And then AD gets hurt in game 1. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said this last week. That man is 25, dog. Like he's 25. Like I hope he signs the extension with the Lakers. Otherwise,
Be
Yeah.
everybody.
careful, Ant. Be careful out there. Be careful them down the street. Talking about your Laker fan right now. I don't want you to come up missing, brother.
Right.
Hey, look, hey, send us your location, dog, so we know you at all times, bro.
Yeah, dog. Because I wouldn't do that. Just go buy your daughter's Maverick jersey just to have one. Just to be safe, brother. Don't you buy a local jersey and go out there. Don't do it.
For real.
But it's
But no,
wild, man.
I definitely agree with you, Strizzy. Like they're bad mouthing them crazy, and it would be crazy if he didn't sign an extension. But I think there's no doubt, and the Lakers are gonna bring him some money on the side or do whatever they got to do to show him like you need to be here. And I think
Yeah.
his brand value is just gonna be even greater as a Laker too. So I feel like he'll definitely, I think he'll definitely stay.
Once he gets back into like full time minutes, he only played I think what 29 minutes last night, something like that. He was on a minute restriction. So I think once he gets
Yeah.
back into it, he hasn't played since Christmas. So I think once he kind of gets back into everything and starts playing with LeBron, he's like the fun he's gonna have. I think he resigns too.
Yeah, for sure. I was just reading this. He's I'm gonna get the Luka jersey and go to the arena the next night.
Okay, it was nice knowing you, brother. I love you, man. And we gonna remember you at all times, man. No, I'm telling you, man. The Eagles win Super Bowl in that division, and Luka gone, and you do. They hurting right now in Dallas, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. But yeah, I definitely do want to get a Luka jersey too, though. That would be pretty gangster. They were like pre-order was going on sale, and they like sold out in like all sizes except for small. So there's plenty of time
Oh,
for
they
that
did.
though. So yeah, the Lakers are smart too. They're like, we're about to just make a ticket off of this too. Like they're gonna definitely get their value out of it. So we'll see.
Yo, I didn't check who won the squares for Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. So I won the first quarter. Pops won the second quarter. Don won the third quarter, and then our boy Trevor, he won the big prize. He won the final score.
Oh, nice.
So
What?
he was excited. He was excited about that 2-point conversion for sure. So, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of a slow week with the big thing being the Super Bowl. So, I do want to wrap it up. Daddy
Yeah.
Daycare is about to start here in a second, but Marcus, I did want to hear about your adventures in golf, really quickly. This week, how was the good tournament? Did you make it out, and then did you make it out to Waste Management at all?
Yeah, I went to the good tournament. It was pretty dope. It kind of inspired me to want to do things because those guys came from nothing, man, and what they're doing now is pretty cool. This hat came from the course, you know. They say grass. That's the kind of name, but Rolling Greens. What size on this end? So it was a cool thing. The only thing is, out of those 10 guys, 3 of them was good. The rest of them sucked. Like we was dodging balls and they was hitting balls coming down, trying to hit people. It got to the point where I left a little early because I'm like, I ain't about to get hit by no ball. But overall, it was a cool time to be out there around different people, stuff like that, and watching them. And like I said, it's kind of inspiring to see those guys come from nothing, you know, and their brand is kind of really big for them to get their own tournament doing the West the Open, and it kind of inspired me to want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my brothers, I got other friends too, and I'm like, hey man, these guys are getting paid to do something like that, and it's a fun game. If you it made me want to think about doing something like that too, like their own, because not trying to make it a racial type of thing, but they got it kind of taken care of. But black people, black golfers, we don't have them like that right now. So I think it'll be a good time to even try to do something like that, have fun with your friends, and be out there. You never know what can happen. So that's the part with that. I kind of got inspired seeing that kind of thing. But the tournament itself was really good. Only thing that I didn't like about it was the parking. They moved the parking this year. Where we normally park at was for the employees and different people who work at the tournament. So I didn't know that. So I had to go like 3 miles past Bell Road to go to another parking lot, which I went to that parking lot. It was the Uber and Lyft parking lot. So I had to leave that one and go like almost another mile to go down to where they park at now. So you got to park there,
And ride the
and then you
bus?
got to get on the bus, and you got to get on the bus, and they take you over there. So it took me almost an hour to even get to the tournament. But once I got there, it was great. The weather was fantastic. You can't beat the weather, but it was a lot of people. I thought Friday it'd be kind of a lot, but not as much as Saturday and Sunday. But it was packed on Friday. It was I don't like to stay in one spot. I like to follow different golfers. So I was following Jordan Spieth, Hideki. I was following him and Nick Taylor. They had a good crowd with them, but it was cool walking with those guys. See those guys what they do. But the best thing about the whole thing is it wasn't a lot of drunks this year. So they had a thing where you had to wear like a bracelet or something. So every time you went to get a drink, they had kind of marked and they let you know that you got this many left over.
Oh, that's
so
how
I
they
might
got you.
Yeah, so I may have seen maybe two wasted people, and you could tell they probably just weak. They can hold their liquor, but other than that, it was a good time. You know, people had a good time, but it wasn't like, oh, this guy here. It was smooth. You could tell whoever over this year or whoever, if it's the same person, he did a different thing this year. So it was very organized this year, way better. And like I say, they did a great job this year with the tournament. So I was happy to be there for that, and it was cool. Like I said, I did 14,000 steps that tournament. I mean that thing I did from the third hole to I think the 15th hole, and I was done. I said I can't walk no more, man. It was a lot going on. So, but the environment was, like I said, the environment was really cool. It was really good, and they had some good golfers out there. They only had probably two golfers I wanted to see that wasn't there. Rory didn't come, and Xavier. He was not there either. But other than that, it was a good time. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm glad that they kind of toned it down, but that is smart to have the wristbands. And yeah, sometimes maybe some people snuck some stuff in, or they were pre-gaming too much. You know what I'm saying? But that's cool that it was limited, because I didn't like that was getting a bad rap. And obviously that's how they kind of they want people to come and mess around. But it's like that's too
because the golfers they were heckling the golfers. That was kind of getting bad too. But like I said, overall it was cool. And also I was there when guy got the hole in one. So I was just walking. Yeah, I was just walking behind the 16th hole. I was walking going to the I think it was like the ninth hole behind there. I was walking there, and then the sound was so crazy. It was like you felt it. I'm like, there's no way it must have been the hole in one. I was like, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I got close to it, but the eruption was so crazy, and I checked it was a hole in one. I was like, that's crazy. And the 16th hole, you can't just, even though you're walking, it's no way you can walk to 16th hole. You can't. It's so humongous, you can't even see it. You have to have to pay the way to get in there. You can't just see it. Yeah. So out of the 15th hole, you pretty much got to wait to the 17th hole. You can't even go to the 16th hole. But like I said, I was like right there, and I felt it was like crazy up in there, man. Them guy was throwing stuff and everything. So it was kind of cool. But like I said, they limited though. Like you see when the hole in one, they couldn't do a lot. It was a little bit going like that, but it was like it was the first like 2 years ago. They had cans and everything down there, but they couldn't really get it like they wanted to. So, but it was like I said, it was still a cool thing. I had one of my friends. He was up in there, and he said he was drinking beer though. I was like, that's crazy, but he loved it though. I've been pissed off. I don't want to smell like beer, man, but he had a good time though. So.
That's funny. That's so funny, dog. Yeah,
yeah.
Even like that with like concerts when people just be throwing their drink everywhere. It's like, don't do that.
And it's kind of the Genesis is coming up this week. They start Thursday, and Tiger, it's his tournament, and he thought he was going to do it, but he pulled out on yesterday. He said his mind's not there to do it. He said he can't do it. So. You can tell how serious it is, losing your mom like that. So he said he'll probably be there on Saturday or maybe Friday, just peep in like that. But he said he couldn't for his first tournament. He couldn't concentrate like that. And golf, it's mental, you know what I'm saying. So he's already trying to get his way back in there, and he'll probably look even worse out there and trying to play with his mind's not in the game. So
right. Yeah, I definitely can understand it, and to see, like, I was not surprised when I seen that he wasn't going to play, but. Hopefully, we will get to see him later this year at some point, or at least a couple tournaments before the Masters.
Yeah, we'll see. For sure.
All right, a couple comments, then we'll drop off. Stephanie said, "Imagine betting on Cooper DeJean for a pick six," and then Pop said on his birthday, which is crazy. That was actually I think it was his 23rd birthday. We got the pick six. But as soon as he got it too, he's a returner already. I was like, oh man, he's bringing this thing back. Like he took off, he went into punt return mode. But yeah, I wonder what the odds would have been for that. That would have been crazy. Pop said Mavericks fans were totally overreacting. Wilt, Jabbar, Gretzky, Shaq, Barkley, Montana were traded. Get over it. No excuse for the depth fans.
Yeah, wow.
It is true. Nobody is off the table. Some of the greatest for sure. I just think it's more the shocking part is the age. It's like you can do that, but those guys all got traded after they already won championships, like after they already went really far, like had a lot of success. But yeah, definitely, I'm just excited for the Lakers to have a guy like Luka now. That's pretty cool for the future. So
I've never been rooting for like the Lakers to win the championship more in my life. Like I watch like Oh man. I'm sorry, Dallas Mavericks fans, but this is hard.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. I think we're gonna shut it down a little bit early, but we will be back next week. And actually, next week we'll start talking about a little bit of baseball because spring training starts on February 21st. So we got to make our plans
That's
to
crazy.
get out there and catch some baseball. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
I didn't go this year. Did you go last year?
No, we didn't make it. So we got to make
That's
sure
what I'm
we do
saying.
it.
So we gotta go this year.
Because
We gotta get Luna a 10.
Yeah, that's yeah. We'll
Gotta give her a 10 out there, man. Sit in the grass, man. Just, cook her a little bit, man. You know,
for sure.
get her
I'm sure
first
she would
10,
love
man.
that too. Exactly. But yeah, we'll make that happen because that's coming up soon. Pitchers and catchers are reporting tomorrow, so baseball season is here and help us get over the football season. Steph says she wants to go for sure. If you find yourself out here, let us know because it's always going down, and I'm excited. I'm ready to take a half day. You know what I'm saying? I'll book a meeting for Striz tonight for the afternoon.
It's a family.
So that's what's up. But all right, we will holler at y'all later though. Thank you again for rocking with us each and every week. It's your boy A-Dub.
What's Shizzy?
Taco Tuesday. Get some chicken tacos today, baby. Let's go.
Boy, yo.